Hi, my name is Adam, and today we're going to review some quick tips on how to price your home on Zillow. This is Zillow.com, and when you're looking for properties to compare to your home, you need to first type in the destination. I'm going to type in the city of Shaker Heights, Ohio, which is outside of Cleveland. It's where my family is from originally. And when you click into the location, when it first pops up, you'll see here which are all the available listings here on Zillow.com. What it doesn't do is it doesn't filter for your specific home. So in this example, I have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home for 1,500 square feet that I'm looking to find other pricing comparables nearby for. So I only really need to look at 2-bedroom, 1-bath. I'm not interested in properties that are larger or smaller than that. And the best way you can do that is come to this filter bar here at Beds and Baths. Under number of bedrooms, you click 2, and under bathrooms, you click 1. And then you have to select this Use Exact Match button. If you don't select this Use Exact Match button, you're going to see properties that are larger than your selection. So you have to use that exact match, and then you click Apply. All right, great. And now you can see that the purple bubbles that indicated all of the different listings, there's a lot less now to go through, which is perfect. When you click on purple bubble, you'll see the price, the bedroom, the bathroom, and square footage, and the address if it is available. So you can sort of click around and get an understanding of these different properties. You can also see the photos here. Now, this doesn't really give you the full picture of pricing. So it's really important that you click into each listing that you are interested in and get a little bit more information. And that's what this video will help you do. So I'm taking the liberty of clicking into a couple of the properties here. First one here is 18717 Winslow Road in Beechwood, which is right near Shaker Heights. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It doesn't show the square footage. And when you're looking at the photos, it has very nice curb appeal and the interiors look relatively nice. You can also see that the kitchen looks relatively modern. It's got some steel appliances and some nice countertops. So overall, the home is of decent quality. When you scroll down, you'll be able to see the amenities here. You'll also be able to see the description, which is of course important. But here is the main event of what we really want to see, is this information. So this home, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath at $1,650, has been listed for 33 days here on Zillow. It has also had 28 contacts and 6 applications. That's a lot of traffic in just a month and shows that the home is priced very well. If you scroll down, you can get even more information. You should be able to see this section called Price History. And what we can see is for this home, it was listed on the 12th of March. Today is the 15th of April, and it was listed at $1,650. And since then, hasn't had any price adjustments, and it's been able to garner a lot of attention. Okay, so already one comparable, and we can see if I'm trying to lease out a 2-bedroom, 1-bath in my neighborhood, $1,650 is a very attractive price. This is a second comparable nearby, 19006 Winslow Road. It is also a 2-bedroom, 1-bath at a little over 1,500 square feet. If you click into the photos, this photo is a little grainy, but you can tell that the curb appeal is very nice. The home has some really nice architectural features, nice windows. The kitchen's a little less updated than the other home, but overall it looks like a nice unit. Again, you can scroll down and find the most important information, which is days versus contacts versus applications. This home has only been on the market for about a week, but it's had 15 contacts already. So more than 2 contacts a day and already 1 application. That's really good traffic. That shows that this price point at $1,650 is really, really attractive to the renters on the market for this home. We can also find some additional information. If you scroll to the bottom to price history, this gives us a little bit more context on the home. We can see that the last time that this listing was removed was in 2023 in March. I'm going to assume that this home rented out in March of 2023 because it's been 2 years. Someone lived there for 2 years, and then it came back on the market in April and was listed at $1,650. You can also see here that the home was listed originally before the last tenant at $1,375. So just in those 2 years, there's been a 20% increase in the price just on this one property and they're still able to garner really great interest. So this just goes to show you that a home can see significant price increases in just a couple of years, even if the market hasn't had the same price increases overall. The market in Cleveland in this area has only seen about a 7% increase year over year. This had 20 in 2 years. So really, really great price increases for this homeowner. And it's a good value compared to some of the other comparables we've seen so far. All right. Now I'm looking at a third property. This property, 3525 Dale Ford, is nearby, and it's priced at a premium to the other two. It's priced at $2,000 a month. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It's a little bit larger. It's 1,600 square feet. And the interior of the home, you can see, has very nice architectural features with the windows. It doesn't look like the kitchen is super updated, and overall has really, really nice curb appeal. That being said, the home's been listed for 26 days on Zillow, and it's had 0 contacts and 0 applications. So what does that mean? This means that 0 people on Zillow have contacted this homeowner looking to lease out or tour this home, and that 0 people have applied. This would pretty much indicate that this $2,000 price point is way above where you should be in terms of your pricing. So all we've done is look at 3 comparables nearby in the same area of homes that are of similar quality. And we already know that if we priced a home at $2,000, you're not going to see any traction. And if you priced a home at $1,650, you're going to see lots of traction. You can also scroll down to the bottom of this listing. I'm very curious to see what their price history has been. Yeah, it looks like originally in 2019, this home was $850. It then was off the market for 6 years, and they increased the price by over double. That is just really out of line with the local market. You really shouldn't be ever doubling the price after 5, 6, 7 years. So this home, if it was priced more appropriately, probably at $1,650, you would see a lot of traffic. All right, and we'll go into the last comparable here. So this home, 15810 Van Aken Boulevard. It's a 2-1-bath. It is 980 square feet, so it's a much smaller unit, but it's also at a cheaper price point. As you can see from the home, the kitchen is not as updated as some of the other comps we were looking at, but the overall windows and flooring looks relatively decent. If you scroll down, you can also see, again, the really important information. How many days has it been on the market and how many contacts? It's only received 5 contacts on the market. So even this property at a lower price point than what we're seeing still isn't getting the traffic that it desires. Now, for this property in particular, it could be because of the photos. I would recommend to this homeowner to retake some of the photos. I don't think these photos are super appealing. I would change this hero photo as well. So there are other opportunities out there for you as a landlord if you are unable to make adjustments on the price. But this property definitely needs to take a different approach if it wants to lease out relatively quickly. So that's it for our Zillow comparables, a little bit of a deep dive in how the professionals do that type of pricing. I also wanted to show you here at Rental Price Pro, we have a pricing sheet that can help you find the perfect price for your home. This is a spreadsheet that is available for free to all of our subscribers. So you can go to our website and sign up for our guide. Our guide will show you all the steps that you need to price out your home. If you scroll down here, it then shows the average rental price, which is at $1,663, and the average square footage of my comparables. I'm assuming in this situation that I have for 1,500 square feet, and the average rental price for that home is $1,813. So that's a little bit higher than what you've seen here, right? This $1,650. So what I would say is if I had a 2-bedroom, 1-bath that was of similar quality here, I would start out my pricing at $1,800. The last thing I would say here is that this estimate is only based on 4 comparables. The professionals usually look at least 20 comparables in and around the area to get a really solid average price. So if you're doing this at home, I recommend that you go forth and do that. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. And if you ever need anything, please feel free to come to my website at Rental Price Pro, where we have consulting services that can help you price out your home, and sign up for our free pricing guide here. All you need to do is put in your email and you'll subscribe to our newsletter. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Take care.